Okay, well, good. Hey, welcome back to It's the Justice for All. We are now doing the second one? Yes, the second game, but the second testimony of the killer. As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene, Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I had said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth time now.
I don't want to count.
However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this, do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies in that oh so beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore. Where am I?
Just in general.
Who are you people? Where's Gloria?
That's in the bathroom. Oh, Gloria. Oh. Oops.
That makes
two of us.
Yeah. We're the same person. Every time I do my line, I have to run back to the judge's bench. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However,
he's gotta run to the makeup van.
Yeah.
Sit in 3 hours of makeup to get the bald cap on.
3 hours?
Beard. Gotta get the makeup just right.
I don't think that would take 3 hours. I think that would probably take 45 minutes.
You think they got
at most?
You think they got the budget to hire good, experienced makeup artists?
It's the government. So no.
Exactly. Got a homeless man standing in a van going, I got you.
Yeah.
Type that when he messes up, he licks his finger and starts rubbing your face.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicion on his end. I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, yawn, you're boring. About requesting a hit.
Yes.
How much is your fee?
I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm not thinking of hiring.
Mr. Wright!
Yes.
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that? You're
Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty!
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime.
But didn't you take something from the crime scene?
What if his client requested that? He did not tamper with the scene to indicate somebody else did it.
Just pointing out the bear that was stolen. Oh, no, because he already knew it was a fake inside. He already knew the thing that was inside the bear was not real.
Yeah, but if somebody did get it, even if it wasn't real, but it was still disclosed to the public, it would still be pretty bad for him. That's the whole purpose of him getting the bear, so that nobody would read that message out loud, even if it was fake.
I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that knocks, even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That's a pretty big thing to say in court.
That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders.
I don't think that affects this guy.
However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. My client did it to frame another for the crime. Yes.
Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police, I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy.
Easy clap. My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
Really hard.
What is? What?
Tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here.
Well, pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene.
But she was the first person to discover the body. Unless
but if she knew that that he was dead, why would she go into the room? That's why she is pretending to be the first one to find the body.
Then I guess.
Yeah. I guess.
She's still technically the first one who found the body. Even if you know they're dead, you still are the first one to have found the dead body. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too.
No. I already told you. I have no intention of using your service. Sis. Ever. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
Guilty.
He's just still going at it from before. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carita was dead.
No, she didn't.
Why?
I mean, besides her testimony.
Other than the words spoken, we can't. No, that's not evidence.
Because she was with him to expose?
No. Has nothing to do with the magazine. Has nothing to do with the tabloid. No.
What do you want? She didn't have access to the camera. She.
No.
I'd have to pull up the court record.
Okay. Don't care. The guitar case right here had some water only on top of the lid. There's Carita's fingerprints. Also had the Nickel Samurai costume in it. The wine glass was found on the dresser in front of the mirror. It's filled with trousers, and it has Adrian Andrews' fingerprints. This is the murder scene right there.
Yep, that's a dead guy.
That guy right there. Jimmy and Joe Bunning was ripped from the costume, put in on Godsakama. Knife bears the victim's blood on God's fingerprints. The killer's card. We got the spy camera, which, you know, this stuff is mad on God, so we can't use that to prove it. And yeah, that's it. So it proved that she did not know that Juan Kurita was dead. Like, what doesn't make sense? If she did know he was dead, what doesn't make sense?
It's a suicide note in the hidden compartment.
No!
It's the suicide note in the bear in the hidden compartment in the guitar.
No, it's not. None of that.
I wouldn't. No, because she wanted to frame him. Do I need to keep the framing in mind that that's what she was doing?
No, because she did not have the idea to frame Matt on God at this point.
Okay.
Like something that happened before she got the idea to frame Matt on God.
Okay, go that way.
No. The guitar case right here. It was empty. Water on top of the lid, so it was closed when she found the body. The wine glass right here has her fingerprints on it, and it's just found next to the victim. And this is the murder scene right here.
Isn't it? Why would she put the glass down?
There you go. Yeah. Why would she leave her fingerprints on the scene of the crime if she knew that he was dead?
From the very beginning.
That is correct. From before my client visited the room, all my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
Things you're showing.
That's odd. But I can't present evidence. If only I was the main protagonist in a series of games coming out next year! No, that's not happening, unfortunately. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife in the button.
The knife in the button? The knife in the button or the knife and the button?
The knife and the button. In the button. In the butt. What?
I mean, that was where it was closely found, too.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Want to see a magic trick? How'd this get here?
No.
Did you just pull that out of me? Not only that,
No.
a balloon animal!
And a new car!
Oh, he's dead.
Oh.
Put the car back inside him. He'll be alright.
Yippee.
The car just crushed him. I forgot once it's out, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. Why would someone who has requested a... Don't worry, we'll get this speech impediment down.
I got this.
Requested a murder, go to the crime scene anyway.
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Ongard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do that?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill. That is all. And to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my client may escape blame. To protect them is my duty.
Who pushes your button? Why does that button go down? That button shouldn't go down.
Magic. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
And that's all you have to testify?
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again, then you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Excuse me? No, I'm fine. Really?
Are you really now? I see you holding that knife behind the stand. Oh, it's a pin. A pin knife? Got the bailiff.
We got others.
You wanna know what's ironic? He was 3 days away from retirement.
It's always the people who are 3 days away from retirement.
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. It's true, however, you realize that will be very bad for our client, right? Nah, so confused. The one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
Oops, there's another fucking line of evidence. Holy shit, dude. We have so much evidence.
You're making fake accusations, you little bitch.
You little bitchy. Little pissy bitchy. That pisses. You bitchy.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Carita had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass? My ass.
No.
Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted. Which is why the glass of the tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now.
I disagree.
Where does corn come from? Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
What does God do?
Is it like a South Park version? Or is it like the Family Guy version? Oh, I'm so confused now. Or is it Gilbert Gottfried?
Is it the Bible depiction?
Isn't it about a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail?
Just a cosmic eye in the sky.
Yeah. It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all!
Wait, you're supposed to shake some.
How strange.
Oh, I love this song. Yes, continue.
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Oh. Phoenix. If the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Sorry.
Edgeworth, this is very uncharacteristic of you.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I am positive that there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well.
I met her at a Red Lobster.
Yeah. Oh my god. Maya's allergic to shellfish!
She had just eaten
We gotta hurry.
3 lobsters,
Oh, 3?
2 crabs, and 70 shrimp.
She's dead now.
Yeah. It's gonna leave it a long enough pause to say that. Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get. Just know that the very outcome of the trial lies with those items.
Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
Then I want to make a bar, and I want to call it Ram Ranch.
You, huh?
And we played nothing but the
No!
songs. That's all that plays on the dance floor. I want to see how many people show up.
Probably 13.
And
people.
how many try to do it immediately as they get in there.
I think it's 13.
Hey. So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Request taken. This request came to me, about a week ago.
About a week ago. That's a song, right?
Yes, it is a song. It is a song. It is a song. Yes, I am quite sure a week ago. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Please stop.
In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
Specific date and time.
It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony.
I quit. Did you ask why?
But we're just before the kissing scene.
Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all my... Fuck! I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request.
Gilbert Godfrey, is that you? I knew it!
But as for why, I only had my suspicions. It was kind of close at the beginning, but it just...
Turned into old bag.
Yeah, it collapsed.
Your suspicions, huh? Press it further! So what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client... Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
Oh, great TV show. The Bear? On Fox?
What the fuck are you doing? Tell me, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you wasting my time? Why are you wasting my time?
It's FX. Get it right.
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there would be a bear-shaped figurine in one creator's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
You was attacking him as a bear puzzle.
Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with them to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all.
He used it to please himself at night.
And that is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that big bear figurine was.
Where that Bic lighter was. See.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Yes.
Sure.
Because he actually mentioned the bear. Therefore clarifying on the bear. Therefore the testimony just now has made us one thing clear. And that is... I shit myself. I mean, the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh. Oh!
Ooh.
Really?
Witness, please continue with your testimony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
Tell me her features. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Press further! Because I don't think he knows what Adrian Andrews looks like.
I love the... She's blonde.
Blue-haired.
But blue.
She's got hair. And I love... Parkour!
Oh.
She's got a ladylike body.
Yeah. She loves that boxer guy, Rocker? What is his name again?
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, yeah.
Go from Rocky. What was it? Rocky, Rocker, Muhammad Ali. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. They only have one eye? Objection! She has two eyes.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Yes. Of course it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
I guess so.
Yep. You see, it is just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
And now then, would the witness please continue?
That is what occurred. I trust my memory and I believe I made most of the mistakes.
So your client was Adrian Andrews? Okay, yeah.
That is correct.
Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him. You can't draw suspicion. Thank God I knew what that line was before you clicked it. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about a delicate balance.
Okay. You was stupid. Fuck!
Oh.
You were a stupid fuck.
I wasn't supposed to press.
Yeah. Well, you were supposed to press further, and then
say it's not important.
And then say it's not important. Not important. It was not important.
Your Honor, I had him repeat this statement again to tell you I was wrong.
Yeah.
Why he meets his clients is not important. That wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him.
Him? Him.
I thought, that's what I thought. I can trust this person as a client.
Him? These?
These?
Him? Him?
No?
It's true what they say about him. Talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
This one, yes.
No,
Yes. Because he fucked up. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe testimony just now was the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client.
Subway!
Oh.
I did the same thing about Jared.
No.
But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct?
What do you mean?
Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right?
Well, yes. I suppose you are correct. So I'd like you to check So I'd like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate?
Sorry, the judge has sleep paralysis. He was locked. He was locked in tight.
Oh, it's over here. Where are you? There you go.
And just like that,
you did figure it out, right?
and just like that, you accidentally clicked on Celeste.
Yeah.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time. Request. Fuck.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
He. Ha. She. Shelly the killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Yeah, it is just now apparent that her name is very male-like.
It's supposed to be... What is it? Andromedus? Andromeda?
Oh, I love that Mass Effect.
Yeah, I said... Yeah, it's supposed to work for both genders. That's why she's named Adrian Andrews. So that the killer would...
It's a unisex.
Unisex. Andromeda? Androgynous.
That's better, yeah.
There we go, got it. Why would you say that?
Andromeda? Because she's got an Andromeda name. Because you made one very big sip.
Huh?
I can hear you taking a drink, I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize.
Oh, I was just having some Jamba Juice.
Are you sponsored by Jamba Juice, Shelly?
Perhaps. You don't make a lot of money doing this business.
Maybe. I just happen to be drinking one of their watermelon.
Watermelon surprise. Who knows what else is in here? Wait, there's only one Jamba Juice in town. Oh, fuck.
You'll never find me.
He's just sipping and he's like moaning into the microphone.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't believe these hybrid flavors come at a cheap price.
And they've got food.
Oh.
I can always eat when I'm on the go. Healthy options. About her.
So what is the issue? What did you just say just now? About her?
He accidentally spilled his watermelon surprise. Wait, what did you say?
Wait.
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, her name is no longer in color. One look would have told you that she is a he. Is a woman. Sir, we need a new radio. It just shattered.
Order! Order in my court, Mr. Wright! What is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following, Your Honor. That he always meets face to face with his clients.
Yes.
When taking their requests. I don't know why when doing a voice the R comes out better. It's so weird.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Oh my god, he's lubed up.
Oh.
Your Honor, get back, he's lubed.
Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, he's gushing. Why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name. Andromeda.
Andromeda? Mass Effect?
Oh, I played that one.
It hasn't existed yet.
I played that game.
I think that comes out later this year. 2017, after all.
Huh? How'd you compare it to the others?
Never played the others, but I thought this one was a blast.
Get out of the court.
I get it. Blast. Space.
Yeah. With that opinion, I'm about to blow up your chair. With you in it.
I gotta install an injector seat.
What? The James Bond? What in the Fast and the Furious? So you gotta look at me to family.
Yes, I see.
And luckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? What is going on? Where am I again? Shelly the Killer! This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now? Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
Could you flip the switch in the back that stops the pump?
Hmm.
I'm running out of oil. I know he's just going to spit out more lies, but it buys us time. Phoenix, don't be stupid! Phoenix, this is why nobody likes you. They prefer Edgeworth.
Oh, one of them is sexy. That's not right.
It's the judge.
Yes.
It's the radio. It's Shelly.
Yes.
It's everybody but Phoenix.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. But I'm like a minion.
Huh? Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without meeting, having met my client.
Actually, you took that job by female.
The request was for the murder of Juan Carita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought that my client to be a man.
2 or other? You only took the bear. That's 1.
I just will press him.
What are we gonna crush the radio? What are we pressing? Tell me the truth! He's just gonna start gushing again.
You are on fire.
So you took this job to a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony, which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. Can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. I'll love him no matter what. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Yes, now I remember I took back request by mail.
But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, come on. Come now. Let's stop with the game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Oh no, he's dead. All right then, just cough it up and confess.
Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client?
I mean, we have proof that he didn't meet with her. It said, in fact, he didn't know the gender.
Well, I guess you don't have any proof.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. Then your line of question was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong.
He's good.
I know. There have been times where I took a job without having met my client.
Why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice business opportunities? What are we talking, stocks?
On top of which, I'm in the top 100, top 100, 500, top 500.
Oh, OnlyFans. Nice.
Yes. On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times, and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
Ah, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as e-mail.
When this game come out?
This one is 2002.
They had big expectations for email.
It was already a big thing. It was like late 90s.
Yeah. And didn't get perfected till like 2010.
Okay. Okay.
And even now it's not perfected.
If you say so. What?
You're gonna tell me your email is perfect?
Yes. It's perfect. I have a perfect format. Oi, you fucker! I am requesting.
Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and the request is for the murder of one creator and 2 or 3 other small things.
2 or 3 other things.
Yes.
And what were these other things?
A few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with it? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way. He got mad. Well, let's get him mad.
Okay.
It'll be funny. Even if I'm wrong. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney.
And the music stopped. I think I'm about to die. Yes?
Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder, what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination? Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber, and should you turn out to be one...
I'm very upset at myself. I just now realized that the radio looks like him.
Mm-hmm.
It took it for it to be bouncing.
Yeah.
And the mouth to be moving. That my eyes actually adjusted it to where I was like, oh, it's him.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait. Uh-oh. This is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. All right. I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? You know, I'm just gonna assume.
Hey, we can't get.
I'm gonna assume.
Hey, man, you got one whammy, a whammy. All right, you need 3 to lose. So
I'm gonna assume that Gumshoe's got the items, and I don't need to press. I just need to buy time. So I'm gonna press further.
yeah,
I gotta buy time.
yeah.
Witness, this is very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine.
That's one. There's one item. I'm yawning because you bored me with it, because it was one item. The bear figurine?
I'm gonna kiss you.
I've never made out with a radio before.
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
Never had intercourse with a radio. Where do I put it? And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase.
Wrong.
No, it was not inside the guitar case, even though I thought there would be a secret compartment with that inside. But no, I checked it. Not inside the guitar case. It was inside his suitcase.
Ah, I see you didn't find the teleporter inside the hidden compartment in the guitar that had the suicide note, and all you had to do was open it wrong, and it teleported the note away.
I thought the same thing, but there wasn't any teleporter.
This is a very big anime line we're doing. And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
Or was he carrying 2 things because he knew about the suicide note and the bear? Is he counting the bear as 2 items or 1?
I would say this is 1, but don't harp on that point.
You gave it to your client? Interesting. So you did meet your client. Is that the part you wanted me to harp on?
No.
Even though it does go with the fact that he should have known what Adrian Andrews looked like. You handed the bear to them.
You could also, you know, she also could have been wearing the Nickel Samurai costume at that time. Because whenever Paolo saw him handing off the bear, it was to somebody wearing a Nickel Samurai costume. You missed a high five.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness! Me.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews.
Hold it! I found this figurine in Mr. Ongard's mansion. You gave it to Mr. Andrews. What the heck was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Ongard, I'm sure.
The only full voice I can do is a southern country hillbilly.
Unfortunate.
Like it's the only voice I can do with like no mistakes in it.
I chose the wrong guy.
What the heck you mean?
I hate Southerners.
Damn Alabamians.
Alabamians.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
He said. So I gotta clean the records on my brain.
Yeah.
All he said is he handed it to her.
Yeah.
It was a Nickel Samurai.
Yeah.
Is there a big thing that I should have noticed?
Okay, so yeah. Well, think about the bear. What was the bear?
The suicide note.
The suicide note's inside of it. Okay. Alright. So, if the killer handed the bear to Adrian Andrews...
How did it get to Ongard's place?
Well, Adrian Andrews is his manager, so she could probably get into his house. But what is wrong with him handing the bear to her? If he handed the bear to her, then what would happen?
Oh, she was the other person who knew how to open it.
Yeah, okay.
So she would have opened it, take the suicide note out.
And do what?
Wasn't she going to expose him anyway? Or did she say she was going to burn it?
She said she was going to burn it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here, you will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence. She's right.
Strong.
So now what, Doctor? Right?
Doctor, right?
Witness, let's go over this one more time.
You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine. She told you to take the bear and wait for it in Guard's mansion.
Is that correct?
Yes. Where are you going with this?
Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly. What?
I guess that's another thing. I can do the bad guy laugh pretty well. The 70s bad guy laugh.
Yeah.
This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. Giving him the rights and the lefts. I don't think it's possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear.
Because of
She
that.
burned the suicide note.
She would have burned the suicide note.
Shelley the killer. You had really given the bear to Miss... If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item, I can't see. I am a radio. I see where you're going.
I thought you were saying that from Edgeworth's perspective because his line is "I see." So I thought you're like, "I can't see. My eyes are closed."
I see where you're going.
You know, your eyes were closed. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Where's my wife?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
Died back in the Dust Bowl, Your Honor. You have to remember. I was going to burn it. For her sake.
You've got to return the slab. You must.
Let's return the slab.
Dumbledore shows up to Harry Potter.
You must return the slab.
Harry, did you touch the slab?
Did you put your name in the slab?
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
If even for a single moment, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Sick, the normal music.
Order. So that's where you two were going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Oh, which means?
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Hope he died again.
Well, it means he's about to be gushing. Oh.
Order!
Mr. Phoenix, right?
Gonna kiss me?
I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not...
That's enough! If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do.
Patty cake. Wait, please!
Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me.
It's ladies first.
I have a matter that I must attend to.
Speaking of ladies first, he's about to kill. No, please! Not that, please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end, and I may stay my hand. Otherwise...
What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor?
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should.
Edgeworth, can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll...
The prosecution's...
What has come over everyone? Even you are.
The prosecution... Yes.
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance that Adrian Andrews did it. If this is the case, if that is the case, then even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I end the trial here right now, and your client Matt on guard would be declared innocent. In his place, Adrian Andrews would be charged with murder.
Is Andrews charged with murder?
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, bring me a cookie.
Oh. I get hungry when I'm stressed.
Right there next to my...
Oh, no. This is raisin!
Oh, another cup.
Ow, what the fuck happened to me? Okay.
Is this a raisin? I told you chocolate chips!
Your wife said you needed healthier snacks.
My wife died back in the Dust Bowl.
I only eat peanut butter oatmeal.
We gotta remember the law.
Please bring the defendant Matt on guard to the stand.
The item from the killer's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it.
Yeah, okay.
That lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But your character reveal was really good, so I'll let it go.
Yeah.
At least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
But we can still get you for soliciting murder.
So, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
Mr. Ungard.
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap is just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer.
Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? Well, her final words were, "You better get him."
You better get on got a guilty sentence, okay?
That's why the entire time I've been trying to get him a guilty sentence, because that was Maya's wish. Whether she's alive or not, that is her wish.
Yeah.
She wished that we take him down no matter what. So that's what I'm trying to.
But I wrote the note. I knew it all along.
And the game really doesn't want me.
Ha! Gotcha.
The game doesn't want me to get him. I want to get him. I want to honor Maya in that way. But the game's like, no way, man. But if I did that, Maya will die. But if I say he's innocent, Miss Andrews will be charged as the murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? I have the choice I make. They're merging! Someone's life is going to end. What in the Kill Bill? No. All hinges on what I chose. Choose. I guess in past tense I was gonna choose.
Yeah.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, say aye. Then your client, Mr. Matt on Guard, is innocent.
There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you? Right.
I can't do this. But I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Like that song. My client, Matt on Guard, is guilty. I have faith in Gumshoe and them.
We are waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on Guard, your client deserves an answer.
Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on Guard is... Yeah!
Oh!
Francisca von Karma! Being a good guy now, aren't we?
Yeah. You said, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Oh.
You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off that scruffy fool. Did you bring them? The final pieces? Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma is perfect in every way.
So I destroyed all of it.
I got rid of all of it. The evidence is here in perfect condition.
In the garbage.
Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. All of the items are inside this.
His injuries are minor. He's got like a concussion.
I suppose she's considering a gunshot to be a minor injury.
Excessive bleeding from the head.
Yeah.
About to go into cardiac arrest. They're minor.
Mm-hmm.
What a filthy old coat this is.
That's Gumshoe's coat. That's Gumshoe's. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there was nothing else to wrap the items in.
Am I gonna open it? It's gonna be like sub sandwiches.
Oh, his severed head. It's just a minor injury. I know a doctor in Germany
Who can fix that?
he can fix that.
His name is Nicholas Flamel.
And I also know somebody named Mary.
Thank you, Francesca. What does Mary have to do with this? The mother of Jesus? What do you want? She didn't have special powers, though. That all Jesus could do was turn water to wine and create bread and fish and have a hooker wash his feet.
That was my favorite tale.
That's because he sat there going, yeah, you clean it. You clean it.
Everybody's left.
No. People have joined. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Just a box of fried chicken. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat are the defense's final pieces of evidence.
Your final evidence?
I got a sick pose.
I thought Francesco was at the stand. Why is he back in the stand?
This trial is already over. All that remains is for me to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial.
What?
Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence down to the last. I request that Miss Von Comber be allowed to present these pieces of evidence.
I suppose you are right. Mr. Edgeworth, I grant you permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, then they will not be accepted by this court. Now, Miss Von Karma, if you please.
These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police.
He must have been in quite a rush.
Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence.
His thong.
Yes.
A piece of Maya's shirt. And chocolate milk. But it's
Objection.
empty. I drank it all.
On God's favorite drink is chocolate milk.
That's why he had it on him.
Yeah.
He had his client's favorite milk, so he'd be like, here you go.
Yeah.
Have a cup.
Protect that milk, man.
Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see will be something that will turn this whole situation around. Like have you ever seen the movie
Miracle? Oh.
I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for.
The first item is a pistol.
A Ruger? Interesting. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? Same gun that shot Francesca.
Yeah, you want to question it?
I mean, yeah.
You can question all these, it's fine.
Does that pistol have any relation to this case?
We have yet to perform a ballistics test, so I can't say anything for certain. However, I believe it has something to do with this case. At least with me.
Hold on, I'll just hold it up to your body where the bullet entrance was, and I'm gonna see if like the bullet is alive and reacts to its gun.
That's the pistol that he used to shoot you, isn't it? That's what I believe, yes.
Oh.
I kept the bullet I removed from my shoulder as a sort of memento. I'm sure it will be an excellent sample for the test.
Why do both your shoulders work just fine now? One of them should be like in a sling.
I like I said, it's not a big deal. I got shot.
Francesca, can you move that arm at all?
No? Do you think Manfred Von Kommer could move his arm? No, he couldn't.
A little bit. He could do this. He could gesture. I just don't think he ever raised it up high.
No, he didn't.
It stayed low. He gestured low.
Yeah.
And his... Because even his tisk was
He was
low.
doing it with his left hand. Yeah.
So, that's the pistol that was used to shoot Francisca. Probably not going to help us very much.
Pistol! A small caliber
caliber
pistol
pistol.
it is thought to have been fired by the killer at Francisca.
Stop shaking your finger at me!
The second piece of evidence is this videotape.
I bet the killer took that from On Guard Mansion. I bet it's the crime scene. The murder. Have you checked the contents of that tape?
Unfortunately, there was no time to.
That's okay. Bring in a TV.
No.
Oh, yeah.
But I would speculate that this tape is very important.
Why would you say that?
Because he came back to his hideout for it.
The killer went back for it?
That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site.
Gumshoe, I'm assuming.
No, Gumshoe got into a car accident.
Caused by the killer.
Oh my god. No. Somehow it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Shelley the killer is no ordinary man. Videotape. One of the items retrieved. The killer violently tried to recover it. Contents unknown. The last piece of evidence is his bellboy's uniform.
Huh? Yeah, sure, give me some more details.
Oh, wait, you can reline.
Is that a uniform from the Gatewaters Hotel? So, was that used during the crime?
I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets.
There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder.
There is one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There is a button missing from this uniform. A button. It's a very unique button. Sure, if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform, worn by the killer on the night of the murder. One of its special buttons is missing. That is all I have to present, Your Honor.
Doesn't Maya have the button?
No.
Didn't we find the button?
No.
Oh. Well, I quit.
Oh, okay.
I give up. He wins. It's not easy.
Being green?
Being cheesy.
Ooh.
I mean, I haven't taken a shower in a long time. That's why I'm so cheesy.
Ah. That explains the stench.
It's just as I thought. And...
Oh, it's just as I thought.
Oh.
And what is that, Your Honor?
I'm sure we were under normal circumstances. Were we under normal circumstances? These items from Shelly the Killer hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing.
Oh, yeah. It is, who is the client?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, that button just happens to be at, Unguard's place. How you doing?
How you doing? No.
And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that.
It's on him. It's in him. He put the button inside himself.
No.
But it is on him.
No. He's falling for it. He's falling for it.
It's in Francisco?
No.
Shot you with a button!
Thank you for your hard work, Miss Von Karma. You may step down now.
Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence.
Overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a... Have you ever seen the movie Miracle? Heard it's a great one.
Ooh, yes.
In this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make the miracle happen. You've come this far. Can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's try. For my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are 2 ways out of this situation for us. 2? The first, make Unguard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict. Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but it's asking me to do the impossible. The second way, force the killer to end his contract with Unguard. If the killer were to no longer think of Unguard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. Unless we get him to sell out the killer and become a backstabber and a traitor.
Get Matt Unguard to sell out the killer?
Yeah.
How are we gonna do that?
I'll think of something.
Okay.
Let me think!
Okay, go ahead.
I'll eat you. He is a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else. I know both of these seem like impossible feats at first, but if you could make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. Bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need any more evidence. The pieces he was just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked for us? The other side. The greatest showman. Hugh Jackman?
Hmm?
Wait, does she mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix, the judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it?
Who does need the evidence?
The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We have all seen the pieces of evidence.
Yeah.
And that is how we came... That is how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all. That person does not know the truth. What are we talking, Matt? He's the only one who doesn't know everything about this case? Since he's not the one who did the killing? He just sent his lackey to do it? And that truth, that may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. On Karma, what do we want? Maya. We gotta show her every piece of evidence.
There is no objection this time, correct? Now then I will pronounce my verdict.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kids?
Hiya!
Ah!
I've already told you, Mr. Wright, this court does not need any more evidence.
I'm not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor.
Then you want to show the evidence to that person?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance.
One chance.
Please show your evidence to who you think is the right person.
That's impossible! To turn the situation around in one try!
One try, that is all I will permit.
I have to try to remember everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix, think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking On Guard down at the same time.
And now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time. Who would you like to show evidence to?
Alright. To the dead guy.
Do you want to read it? No.
Judge, prosecution, and defense have all had it.
Yeah, they've all seen the evidence. Who has not seen all the evidence?
Francesca's the only one who hasn't been there.
Yeah, but what would she do? How could she make the killer no longer accept Matt Onguard as his client, and how can we get Matt Onguard to want to be declared guilty?
Her whip.
That wouldn't help. Could Francisca be able to do that?
I mean, she's...
No, the answer is no.
So, I know, the judge knows, Edgeworth knows. I think Matt Onguard, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, he's technically part of the defense, so he should know.
Yeah, he knows everything. And he knows a lot, actually. Why does he know a lot?
Because he was there. Because he's the one who hired him.
Yeah, and?
He had a camera.
Okay. Old back.
You know, let's bring Old back in.
Yeah.
Let's get her back in here. Let's get a rant going.
I don't think a old bag would be able to help this situation.
Adrian Andrews. Don't help us. She's dead.
Yeah, don't really.
He's not there.
And Shelly the killer.
He's got Maya, so I don't want to press him. I think it's Matt. But
So what we're trying to do, we are trying to get Matt on guard to want to be declared guilty. Like, he really wants to be declared guilty. Also, at the same time, we want Shelly the killer to seize contact, to destroy the contract with On Guard, in which case he would let Maya go free. In order to do that, both of those things, who do we need to talk to?
shall we? Just say the second part. Just say only the second part.
I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
So what am I showing Shelly the killer?
Show me the new evidence again.
So the new evidence we got, it's the bellboy's uniform worn by the killer. One of the special buttons is missing. We don't know where the button is. We got the videotape that was recovered from On Guard's mansion. Alright. The killer really wanted to get it back, but he couldn't get it back. He killed like several people to get it back. And then we got the pistol they used.
Is it gonna be the tape because it has him in it? And his whole thing is secrecy? You're not supposed to know who I am, what I look like. Even though my radio looks like me, the bellboy looked like me, and Maya saw me.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think there is some merit in showing this evidence to that witness.
He was gonna agree with anything I said.
No, he wasn't. Well, no, he wasn't.
I just would have got a game over immediately after.
Bailiff, please bring in the transceiver from earlier.
Alright. Looks like I managed to convince him. I'll kill her. Maya, she's okay, right?
Didn't I tell you to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence.
Yeah, Juan. Guy you killed? Funny. I heard that. Yes, one is all I need. I have your videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in an attempt to get this back.
That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I was told to protect that videotape.
The videotape's not going to show anything with your client in it. It has no ties to your client.
The tape is owned by On Guard.
I don't know it's owned by On Guard.
We got the camera, we got the transceiver, and then we also got his computer that has a VCR on it.
Yeah, but that's substantial evidence. Or
And,
not substantial.
and Matt On Guard really wants the killer to keep that piece of the tape.
Because he likes watching the murders back. He enjoys the thrill.
No.
I thought so.
I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard.
Do you know the contents of this tape?
I was sternly told by my client not to watch it. So I have absolutely no idea.
Actually, you're on this tape.
Me?
Rawr. There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded.
What?
Oh, that's right, it was blackmail. so that the killer would never go after him. I forgot about that. I forgot that very early on we kind of mentioned that it was blackmail.
Is that true, Mr. Wright?
Who was it that planted a camera?
Well, the only person who could have placed a camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally.
That was Adrian Andrews.
Be quiet and listen, Your Honor.
Be a jerk and then nice, because you gotta remember he's the head of it all.
Yes, sir.
Your client specified a place and a time for you. Isn't that right?
Yes.
That was so they could film you.
I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing?
Blackmail.
I would like to know why.
Blackmail. Forgery.
Well, you got it. You got it.
Don't take your answer. You have it. You have it. Fraud.
Nope.
Why did Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There was only one reason your client would secretly film the crime scene. They
didn't trust your skills.
They wanted to see Juan get his.
That's what you've been thinking a lot. Which I'm like, I want you to change your answer because that's an answer that he gets off on it.
Gets off on it? That's gross.
Hey man, I'm not true. I didn't write it.
You can sit behind the table and say, yeah, I did. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you, and this is what they said. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, that's where the video comes in. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
But he can't, because now we can say if you turn your back on him, betray him, we'll burn the tape. Or we'll leave it somewhere for you to pick up. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this videotape to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelley the Killer? He's gushing. He's gushing so bad he blew up! Oh.
It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning.
Yes, by natural. Yes, the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all danger that may arise. That is the true nature of your client.
I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony.
You don't like traitors?
You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What will you do then? That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then, that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity, I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment.
Well. Flashback's over.
I see. That's all I wanted to know.
So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Yeah, because now he's the next target and he's going to be standing on the court going, I did it!
Mr. Wright.
Yes?
My contract with my client is over as of now. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. What the? I'm not an item!
Oh, she's still alive.
Oh.
Maya, thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness!
This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with that... wow! Miss Von Karma, where did that...
She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand down a verdict.
Mr. On Guard, looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you wanted so badly. You should be happy.
But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometime in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you would understand what I mean if you watched this video. Help me.
Let's not give Shelly too much credit. He just strangled Juan.
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please.
Is this alright with you, Mr. Wright?
We have finally reached the end of our very long battle. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there is no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Right, Chief. Guilty! He's not guilty.
Yeah.
Mad on guard. Even though I am your lawyer, not make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me? My wonderful self? Guilty?
Even if you got an acquittal the instant you set foot outside the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You cannot run away from your crime anymore.
No! Guilty, 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 guilty.
Well, that was a change of pace. Sir, you've done ripped your face off. It's poltergeist all over again.
I ripped apart my vocal cords.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth.
That's exactly what happened when I had to do the scream. Edgeworth's scream ruined my throat. I think it took maybe 2-3 hours till my voice started to come back.
Edgeworth scream.
Not Edgeworth,
Phoenix's?
Gumshoe.
Oh, Gumshoe's. Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah.
His yeah.
Yeah.
His yeah. Edgeworth did a little bit, but not a lot to my throat. Because his was more of a high-pitched one, which for some reason is a lot easier on my vocal cords than low rally.
But you don't play Edgeworth.
Phoenix, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
That's what I'm gonna do later tonight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot.
I was just reminding you.
It is Taco Tuesday today.
I don't remember you helping out much in this.
Mr. Edgeworth, how is Matt on guard?
I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now.
If you listen closely, you can hear it.
Very good. Next time she feeds him, I want to watch. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness?
Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor.
You want to be my assistant?
The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair.
You want to be my assistant? Could use more people at my building. Everybody seems to want to join recently. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did.
This witness... How shall I put this? She has an illness. If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me.
Yeah, but he pushed her for a right reason.
But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I feel like I've finally been saved.
Well, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile.
I am really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone.
Is she gonna start ripping her face off now?
No.
It looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few cookies. I'm going to eat them. Good. And a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits.
Everybody seems fine about it, so I'm good, we're good. That's it.
And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Did you declare guilty? You didn't declare the verdict!
He's sitting at his desk and you just hear like the Oreo wrapper that gets peeled back every time you need a cookie. You were great out there, Phoenix. What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off.
Ooh.
Got them a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that. What's really important. Everybody will think you lost now.
Okay.
And your business will shut down. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. It's the truth. Phoenix, think back for a second to the first game. Go from the second to the first.
Never mind. Just think back to 20 minutes ago.
Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter.
Maya. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. Should I side with justice? Or should I save Maya's life? My client, Matt on guard, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you.
Right!
Edgeworth!
I have good news. Maya is now safe in police custody.
Really? You're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, she's quite safe. She's on her way here as we speak in the patrol car.
What happened to
Mr. Maya! Mr. Maya, save! You did it! You literally did it, Mr. Nick!
Wow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid.
I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her.
Thanks.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Miss Von Karma.
Oh, she's about to do a dance number. About earlier, thanks. Ow!
Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost! Your perfect win record has now been crushed! And yet, you are still happy?
I don't think you'll ever understand, Miss Von Karma.
How dare you? Don't worry. You may in time. After all, I was like that myself. Till a year ago.
Till I defended your ass. And then showed you that we needed to go for the truth and not just get an answer. Edgeworth.
For my own personal victories. And for guilty verdicts. I used every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remained spotless.
I mean, it's good you never forged the info.
But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought him in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat.
You're a loser!
I felt like I had lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair.
Why does everybody have a pistol like that?
I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office.
After one more trial.
And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. As well as you should have. A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
You've lost multiple times.
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. That foolish nonsense. We prosecutors used anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. That? You trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhanded tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is to fight with the knowledge we hold in everything we have, erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch, but we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This, I promise you.
The truth?
Yes. That's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, right? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night.
Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick?
No, I just hate him. I despise the man.
Don't! This is sexual tension! Don't break it!
You really let me down. When you disappeared, I felt betrayed. Because then I decided to become a lawyer to begin with. Just because I believed in the things you said to me. All those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself.
You pathetic fool!
Oh, I'm ruining the attention.
Miss Von Karma.
I don't want to hear the wretched rippling of a disgraced loser! A Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect! Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy! You are no longer worthy of being a Von Karma! And neither am I! It's over. It's all over!
Me and Edgeworth are gonna go back to my place. Please, nobody interrupt or call me. I'll visit Maya after. Pearl, stay at the office. Better yet, stick with Gumshoe. He needs someone to look out for him. Francisca threw something on the ground just now. The whip. Oh, that's the
This is
transceiver.
an electromagnetic receiver.
Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe?
I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else.
Hey, it was her whip.
Is that Miss Von Karma's whip?
I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right?
Oh, I'm gonna use this later, don't worry. Okay.
Nick!
My ear! Maya!
Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
I feel like Phoenix pushes Pearls out of the way. Get out of the way!
Yeah. Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me.
Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. But we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here.
Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly.
Is it really that easy to do something like that?
Thanks a lot, Nick.
Don't mention it.
Hiya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved. You're all right.
Your two dads are happy you're back, Maya.
Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Heh. All right. I think it's time we got out of this depressing place.
Huh? Where are we going?
Food, Nick! Food! Grub, chow, I'm starved! I'm so hungry even you look like a nice Jersey burger on the bun to me, Nick.
You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least.
Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please.
If you insist.
All right. How about we hit up our usual burger?
Don't be silly, Nick.
Huh?
This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I've decided that we have to make it up by having another feast.
Another feast?
Come on, Nick! Food!
Right, I'll take you to the Golden Corral right around the corner.
No, that's even worse.
That's the only feast you're getting.
Gourmet?
Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Come, Shoo. You alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a red light that got him?
You did it again, city boy! I felt like my dual heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking.
Yeah, it was more exciting than the last episode of The Steel Samurai.
Thanks.
Now look here, Mr. Snooty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Rat too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick you. To that even.
I'll keep that in mind.
What do I feel like the killer's gonna show up? It's like a little guest appearance.
Thank you for the help. I'll take a burger to go.
Well, come on now. Everyone gather around. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer.
It's like Lotta bought herself a new camera. Oh, pal. At least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go. Chat down, pal.
Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective.
Huh? Me? Really think so?
He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending.
Well, you know it too. Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I'm sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
What?
4?
Yeah, I'm sure I put one of the items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item?
Oh, come on, y'all. It's over. Oh, boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh?
You think? You think?
Why does she look so happy about that?
But being shut away for 2 whole days, weren't you scared?
Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture.
Sounds like you had a birth, gal.
So where's this picture of yours?
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Maya's picture.
It was the fourth thing.
You know, I don't know where it went. It might be the fourth thing. Oh my god.
That's too bad.
Well, it's alright. Wasn't anything important anyway.
Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. What is it, Edgeworth?
This thing is picking something up.
That's it! This was Fun Karma's receiver! Thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me.
That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location.
It's coming from inside you.
It's coming from inside the house!
Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir.
Well, doesn't matter. I'm afraid it's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do.
Huh? But Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet!
And you've eaten way too much, you glutton.
I had fun tonight. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wait,
What?
I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there.
If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right?
I feel like words alone aren't enough here. Wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. My badge!
No, it's not your badge.
Oh,
Although I would like it if it was your badge.
a glass of wine,
No.
which is just tomato juice. A button covered in a knife! A teddy bear? No. A teddy bear.
No.
No. No. Give him the outfit. No!
What's this?
Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You and her.
You don't need to thank me. I was only doing my job.
What are you, a police officer? No need to thank me, ma'am.
It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mr. Maya.
Yes, Billy?
I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean.
Pearly! Would you cut it out already? You're embarrassing me! Anyway, so, who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask! Everyone say, thank you to Nick!
Huh?
Yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. This is camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all.
Huh? 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 Huh?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, Nick!
Why do I suddenly feel like screaming?
Oh, don't you need to hold it back now, you hear?
Yeah, pal, time to let it all out.
This is going to be the first time I hear the real you.
Go on! It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all.
Alright then. You say so.
There you go. Nice job.
Now we get to go through credits. Ow, fuck.
Breaking laptops is what you're doing.
There we go. Oh, shoo! What was it? You really came through for me, Nick. But I had to hide that letter, but I knew you'd find it. I really feel like I've been living on the edge lately. I mean, I've escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro.
Come on, old bag. Give us the really long speech.
Well, not yet.
I'm so happy that you could save Mystic Maya, Mr. Nick. And I'm so happy for the two of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners. So I sort of made reservations for the two of you, just in case.
It's tomorrow.
When is tonight?
Go though. Oh, you go next.
I kissed my wife.
Nope.
Well, pal, looks like I'm back on the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard he said things like, letting that one go is bad for all of society.
Yeah, okay.
I knew it! Crashing headlong into everything is the only way to live, pal.
That's right, I got it all down without any
good.
fuck-ups.
Oh, good. Fucking professional over here. Maggie Bird, I'm retiring this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smiles and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. I hope you'll stop by sometime, Mr. Wright. Oh, God. Okay.
Old bag! Old bag!
It's not old bag next.
Oh.
Yes, I hear to visit the patient. I'm Director Hardy. Recently, yes, that girl, you know, I haven't seen her around. Yes, but I remember if I even laid so much of a eye as her, it would go crack. It didn't matter if I got ripped though. Yes.
There we go. Got it. Now we'll never see him again. Right?
Yeah, you got like one case without him
Yeah.
and he's back.
It's time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie! And to let the whole world know we are serious, I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe!
Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk?
Well, just stick your head in that lion's
I
mouth.
think if there were any talking bunnies, they won't laugh at Bo's jokes.
Put your head in the lion's mouth. That's what it's like in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
You murderer.
I'm ready. There's no way these jokes are gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm going to be more contemporary with my humor. Mo Curls, represent! We got our new act all worked out. Prepare for the Hallelujah chorus. Say something, will ya? You're supposed to start this off. Get on with it! Alright, now I have to prepare.
Old bag! Old bag!
What's this? Drat! It's just an ordinary electric razor recharging on a stand. I can't believe this. Really? How long did they plan on making me do this? Oh, but it's Edgy Poo's idea, so that means it must have a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get the feeling they wouldn't forget about me, would they? Ah! It was never like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy and treat me like royalty.
I almost got it. And treat me like royalty. And any man who hasn't heard about this is going to feel the pain in my heel. Yes, I'm going to feel the burn. And speaking of the burn, playing with fire is very dangerous. And because of that, 3 of the warehouses they stored the scenery were burned right down. And it caused a huge stink that... There we go. Got it.
Yukari! Suabe.
Ooh. I appreciate everything you and Mr. Edgeworth did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful to have met everyone.
Oh, that's right. She got charged for
Uh,
stabbing.
Yeah,
the body.
tampering with a crime scene, yeah. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I will take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity.
Please tell me Ace Attorney made a homepage for him.
No. I don't know, maybe.
What a missed opportunity! Shinji!
Oh, Shinji. I'm like, shitting G.
Sometimes.
Alright, allow me to act. I need to act here. International departures, gate 12.
But what's fun about your acting?
Where are you going, Franziska? How did you know I was here? With this. That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. It's just like you. I only planted it there because he was always wearing it. This filthy, drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash. I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting.
When I ran off with things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir.
4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here. It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you going to do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up! You don't understand a thing! You can't possibly understand what it means to be Manfred von Kammer's daughter! Franziska. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill! I'm expected to win no matter what. And failure? Such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that. But me? I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been, and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Pride gave me this to hold on to. Pride. You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you will think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. If I could win against that man, if I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat, then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews. You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics. Isn't that right? Today, you chased after me. After I had left you behind all these years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you are going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways. Franziska von Kammer. I am Francisca von Karma. Don't think I'm going to lock in your chateau forever. Our battle begins now. So you had better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth.
Hinting at the fact that the next game will be Miles.
Phoenix, right. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle.
Oh, God.
Until then, this last piece of evidence that never made it to you, I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again.
So I gotta try to remember that piece for like 3 games.
There
Then
it
it'll show
is.
up. You know what? I don't think I want.
Wow. Rude.
Just makes me look like I got way spikier hair than I have. Come on, let's admit it.
It's an unflattering image.
Yes. All right.
Good job!
Yes.
You avoided a bad ending. All right, well, tell us what piece of evidence you would like to show this person. What would you like to show Shelly the killer?
Oh, it's just I can just pick anything now.
Yeah,
It's the guitar case because that's what had the suicide note in it.
of
In a
course.
secret compartment.
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth?
I don't have anything to say to this.
How about you, Miss Von Karma?
Well, I was just shot, so I'm bleeding.
I'm afraid I cannot allow the defense to continue. What? No one understands what you're talking about anymore. Wait, please, one more chance. That is enough, Mr. Wright. I will now state my verdict. This court finds the defendant mad on guard, not guilty,
Yeah!
by reason of insanity.
We did it!
By cocoa powder. That is all. Court is adjourned.
It might go by automatically, I don't know. But this is Phoenix.
And just like that, case came to an end. I ran away from the courtroom and wandered the streets alone. On the run. Never saw Maya again. The killer is a man of his word, so I am sure he released her as promised. I heard the verdict of Miss Andrews' trial a few days later. She was found guilty, of course. The miracle never happened. Maybe it was never meant to. It's a miracle is something that doesn't exist.
Good job! You did
Can you
it!
imagine if you fuck up and that's the ending
Yeah.
you get, and you don't think that there's another ending?
I don't, but yeah. I think
Like,
I may be a little bit harsh, but if you think that's the ending,
If you're a
then you
kid playing this, you might not
be
know.
stupid, a little bit dum-dums. But hey,
You brute force your way through, you get to that, and you're like, that's how it ends?
what did you think about? Well, think about first of all, the farewell my turnabout.
Long.
Well, yeah, it's the last case.
Long.
It's not as long. It was actually. No, yeah, it wasn't even close to being as long as Rise from the Ashes.
Rise from the Ashes wasn't even considered part of this game!
Well, no. Other than it being long, what else do you think about it?
Long. I'm telling you, there's a suicide note in that guitar case.
I tell you, it doesn't exist. Unless.
I just happen to have that guitar
Yeah.
case!
Also, yeah, that's the only alternate ending in the series. Yeah. I don't know why they did that, but, you know.
Big Top, it's about... I mean, it was a good case. I'm comparing it to the rest of the cases.
Oh,
Big Top was about... What was Big Top?
Big Top's of the circus.
Circus, okay.
Yeah.
The one before it was...
By kill somebody, it's the channeling gone wrong.
Okay.
And then the first one was
And that was very basic.
yeah. Okay.
Okay. Better than the first two, but I think Big Top is my favorite.
Really? Ooh. Ooh. I might have to cut this then. I mean, Farewell My Turnabout, I think it's like so much better than Turnabout Goodbyes. Like the last case of the first game, not including Knights of the Ashes. So like the actual case.
Yeah, it's better than that one.
Absolute
But I like
incredible high stakes.
I like the ridiculousness of Big Top.
I suppose that's a fair point.
That's why I
perspective.
really like it. Is because it's so outrageous.
The whole Shelley the Killer, Maya gets kidnapped. The fact that your client is actually guilty.
This one kind of held you in the shadow till like the very end, and then it's like, all right, we're gonna unveil everything now.
I think the having you in the dark and trying to question everything, you know, switch your perspectives between
I'm not
defending
saying
them.
that's a bad way.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's the only case that we've had where it's like, you got no idea. You can come up with any theory you want. You're not gonna know till you at that exact moment that it needs to be used.
Edgeworth comes back. What do you think about the final scene with Franziska, where we actually get to see like what her motivation was, like why is she doing that, why she was, you know, being a prosecutor, why does she have that mentality that she has to be perfect?
Good.
I like about do I have anything else to think about? A lot of things. I think about a lot of things, but what am I? Anything else to talk about other than?
I normally think about my lovers.
Yeah. Plural. I don't have anything else to talk about.
2 hands.
I mean,
feet.
I mean, Justice for All is like out of the 11 games that exist, it's probably like number 7 or 8. So.
It's low on the way.
Yeah, because I still think that Turnabout Big Top is like, I think it's worse than 2 and than Farewell My Turnabout and Reunion and Turnabout, but I still like Turnabout Big Top, but
I liked it more than Reunion Turnabout.
Yeah,
between 3 and 4, you can argue it. I think my big thing for debating the 2 is the ridiculousness of the case.
Yeah,
that's what I really like.
Which it does get into that quite frequently with the absurdity of some of these cases.
I like the ridiculousness. It's funny.
Yeah. Okay, so then, yeah, that's it. That's all with Justice for All. Justice for All is done. Good job. You did it.
Took 100 hours to beat 4 cases.
No, it took us 35? No. 35 would mean it was a 70 episode. No, it took us 25, I think. Yeah, 25. It took us 25 hours to do this game. Yeah. And then once we get to Trials and Tribulations.
You're a liar.
This is 51. This is episode 51. So it would be 26. Around 26 or 27 hours.
No.
No, give me my time back.
Well, Trials and Tribulations is longer, but it is also the finale of the trilogy, you know, of these first 3 games. But we're not doing that next. Next, we're going to be doing
waterboarding.
And after the waterboarding,
well, if he's alive, we can make it through.
Speaking of water,
Mario Sunshine.
It's Mario Sunshine. That works out. Yes, we're doing Mario Sunshine next. So.
I'm gonna waterboard Princess Peach.
Yes. It's actually?
Waterboard is when you put a cloth over their face and pour water.
Well, yeah, but you said that in a sexual manner.
No, I'm not a big fan of her.
Oh, I see.
I just want her dead.
We're gonna go kill Peach in next series. So
technically the next episode too.
Yeah, technically, I guess.
Don't you try to correct me.
So thank you for watching this series of Failing Extraordinary Justice for all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and the bell, and all thumbs to be up, which is
Every day.
bye-bye.